Hey guys, this is Graz and welcome back to EVE Online gameplay video. Well, in the last video we have seen about the overlay and UI of the game. Well, let me adjust some of the things in here, so let's actually put it to the end. And in the last video I've just missed out something, which is called as the selected item in here. So when you select something in the overview, you'll be getting some informations or some kind of an options for them in the selected item. If you cannot see it properly in this particular video, then go to your game, side by side if you have the second screen, or I'll just minimize this video, pause it and minimize it, and go to your game and make sure you put it in the windowed mode. If you don't know how to do it, you press escape. Near display and graphics, you'll be having three options: fixed window, full screen, and windowed mode. Well, use it either in the windowed mode or else in the fixed mode. That is making it very easy for you to switch between screens and stops. So when you select something, you'd be getting options. One is the align to. Make it to approach, which means that you'd be moving at a certain speed or else at a max speed towards that object. Okay, either approach or else align to. The next thing is warp to within, which means that it enters a warp and goes to 0 meters or something close to that particular object. So you cannot warp to some object unless you are like 100 kilometers away from it. More than 100 kilometers, I think. I'm not sure about it anyway. And then finally, the jump is given only in the stargates, so that you can jump from one system to another system using the stargate. When you go to the station, you can see that it has been changed to the dock up. So in station you can actually dock. Once again, when you press it, it directly enter into the warp to within 0 meter and then docks up with the station. Finally, there is a show info icon in here. So once you press it, it shows an info window which shows the informations about the particular object. So it's a station, it shows what the station is doing, and then the location of the station with the region and also the system, and finally the services that are available in the station. So once we get into the station, we will be seeing what are all these things. And the next thing is the beacon. Once again, you have the align to and also warp to within. Well, for the enemy ships, when you lock onto them, there is this icon which cannot be seen right now because it's disabled, but for enemy ships which are close enough for you to lock, you can lock them using this particular button or else icon. Well, you can also use control in order to lock onto it. So press control, you get a lock target, and click on the target in the overview or else in the screen in order to lock them. It's very tough to actually lock onto a target by clicking on the screen unless it is a battleship or else a big ship. So I recommend you to lock onto it through the overview. Same goes for mining. You can lock onto the mining rocks and then mine them using the mining lasers. And apart from this, at the moment, it's not something that's special for you to know. Well, there's few things about aligning and entering the warp very fast and other stuff which goes into the advanced level of the game, which will be explained later on in the series, in order to make you understand how good you can be just by altering few of the things in your gaming. So anyway guys, let's actually dock up with the station and see how does it look like. First, I'm going to just approach it, align to it, and then go dock up. So it's going to enter the warp. It says like warp drive active, and also the location in which you're going to do the dock up, and also the distance for your warp. So this warp drive or else the warp bubble will collapse once you finish off this distance. Well, it's going fast enough because it just was like 2 AUs. AU is an astronomical unit. I'm not sure what exactly the unit is, but it has something to do with the speed in lights. So I'm not going to give you more. Well, here you go, we completed another opportunity. So now once you dock up with the station, you'll be having different interface in UI or overlay there. So look at it, you got your the ship interface taken away because the ship is docked, so you cannot control it anymore. You have to undock it in order to control it. And there is a new new window popped up in here. That is the station window, which has the services and other stuff. So let me actually drag it and put it at the end. So now you have the station, the corporation, which was controlling this station, or you can say that the station's corporation, and you can also press this in order to know about a corporation. That's the info button, as I said before. So let me actually close it. And there's two buttons in here. One is enter captain's quarters, which I have disabled in order to make my game faster. As I said before, my laptop is a crappy laptop. And there's an undock button, which can be used in order to undock from the station. And there's a bunch of services that is available in a station. As it is a starter station, you have all the services in here. Some station doesn't have all these services. So the loyalty point store is where you use the loyalty points that you collect from the missions and buy stuffs. So loyalty points have some values in here. So once you press this button, you will be having open up. So well, we don't have any loyalty point in here with this particular corporation or stuff, so you are not seeing anything. So in order to see everything that is available in the loyalty point store, press this and say show all. So you have a bunch of stuffs which can be bought using the LP, the loyalty points, and also the ISK. ISK is the money that you use in EVE Online, and LPs are awarded to people who do missions for that particular corporation. So LPs differ from each corporation, so only if you do missions to that particular corporation, your LPs will be provided for that particular corporations. Or else you can have your Concord LPs, which can be converted into other LPs with a small minor fee. They take up like 20% of your LP and then convert it, exchange LP. That is the option you can see in here, exchange LPs, but you're not having anything at the moment, so you can't do anything. So the next thing is the insurance, ship insurance. At the moment you won't have anything because you're a newcomer, so I don't have anything in my my ship hangar in order to insure. So you can insure your ships in order to make sure that if you lose it, you get some money out of it. Not all, but some money. So this is one way you can actually be happy, or else be safe at least a little bit. You get at least some of the ISK that you have in your ship. So the next thing is the factional warfare. Factional warfare is for advanced players, guys. If you have skills, you can actually go for it, but it's still a little bit complex for me, so I'm not actually into it, but you can try for it. So it needs a special video in order to explain what can go on and what are all the things that you have to actually do in factional warfare. Let me close it. And then the bounty office, where you can actually claim the bounties that you when you kill some person who has a bounty on him, you can actually claim it here, I believe, and also see bounties placed on other players, like the maximum bounty. Whoa, that's a hell of a lot of bounties that has been placed. Sorry about that. Well, let's close it. And then the industry, as you've already seen in here, these kind of services are provided, so you can do the industry only on the stations. So you can't just do industries on some nowhere or else in the space. So you need some kind of a station with industry capability in order to do stuffs. So you place the blueprint in here, and the requirements will be popping up in here, and once it is completed, there will be this product that will be given out in here. So the next thing is the fitting, ship fitting. As I shown before, ship fitting is also something that you can do only when the docking, only when you are docked up in a station, or else you can use some mobile depot in order to do it. But mobile depots are a little bit complex for you stuff in the beginning, but they are really useful in order to actually change the modules in the fly when you are flying around. So the next thing is the regional market, where you can buy stuffs and also sell stuffs in the region, not in the entire space of EVE Online, but you can sell and buy stuff within the region space. So if I want to buy something like ship, now you can buy it like this, but oh, that's a lot of ISK. I don't have that much at the moment because it's a new character. The next thing is the reprocessing plant, where you can actually reprocess anything that you have, but most of the time people do it for the ore that you mine through the mining operations or something. So when you mine, you will be getting some ore from the mining, and you have to reprocess it in order to convert it to minerals. As a newbie, as a new player, you start up, you don't have enough skills for reprocessing in a much better way, because the reprocessing uses up a lot of minerals, and also they take up taxes. So once you convert your ore into minerals, you will be seeing that the value of ore is higher than the minerals. So the best advice is to sell the ore directly to someone, and don't reprocess it, because you will not be having enough skills and standings with the stations in order to make it profitable. The next thing is the repair shop, where you repair your ship if your ship is damaged and stuff. So if your shields goes down, they will come back up when you dock up with the station. But if your armor and structure goes down, you have to repair your ship, either by using the repair shop in the station, or else some kind of a modules that can be used in order to repair your ship. Then next is the clone bay, where your clones will be sitting. So if you are destroyed, this is the station. If it is your home station, this is the station you will be coming back to life again. You can change it to some other station where the clone bay is, and you can also install another clone, that is the second clone, which is called as a jump clone. Well, those are complex stuff, and you need 8 standings in order to install a jump clone in a particular station. So that's how it works out. So the next thing and the final thing is the character customization, where you can actually change the dresses and other stuff to make you look cool. So those are things that we have already seen in the first video, which is the character creation video. So next thing is the agents. If there are any agents who gives mission to you, those agents will be listed in here. There is also one another button called as agent finder, where you can find agents who can give you missions. So you expand it, filter options, and you can select what type of corporations that you're going to do the missions for, what type of agent you want. There are multiple agents. When you drop it down, you can see carrier agents who give carrier missions. So I recommend you to finish off the carrier missions, which is close by, not just go for like 20 jumps away. And distribution missions are courier missions, where you actually take something in your ship and drop it in some other station, complete the mission. Factional warfare, of course, as I said before, factional warfare is for some kind of advanced users. They need better skills and also better ships. And the next thing is the mining. Mining is something like you have to go to some kind of a place and you have to mine some special ores. Special ores include ores that are not easily seen in the asteroid belts. Okay, and R&D is for people who want to do some research and development, where you can actually do some science and other stuff of work, where you can actually get out with the research points that you can use in order to create blueprint copies and blueprint originals and stuff. So I'm not sure about it because I haven't done it much, but I think those are the ones. And security missions are where you have to go to some places to kill someone or else save someone and then come back and finish the missions. Storyline will be given to you. You cannot just approach them and ask for a mission, but if you have enough standings and if you do enough missions, for every 16 missions that you do for a corporation, you will be getting a storyline mission. You will be getting a mail from one of the agents who does the storyline missions, and you will be asked to meet them, and you have to meet them in order to get the mission. Storyline missions are special missions, and they give extraordinary standings and also some very good rewards, but not extraordinary rewards, but the rewards will be very good. Sometime modules, sometime implants that you can fix in your brain and do much more stuff. Well, this is what you can do in a station. And as I said before, inventory, when opened up in a station, you will be having one more thing: item hangar and ship hangar. Ship hangar is where you can see ships. If you have too many ships, you can see them all here. So one more thing is that if I leave the ship by right clicking, you'll be having the ship like this. If it is activated, it will be having your name and the name of the ship. If it is not active, now if it is not not active, it's called as assembling. If it is not assembled, when you buy a new ship, it will not be assembled, so you have to right click it and assemble ship. And once it is assembled, you will be having your name there and also the ship name. And once it is assembled, you have to right click again in order to make it active. So only if you make active the ship, you can fly it. So you can see that make active button in here. So activate new ship, that's good. And I'm completing opportunities in the fly, very good. So now you're back at the ship. So if you want to leave the ship right in here, you can do that again. So you would be ending up in a pod. So you can see that the tiny little pod. So that's the last line of security for you. Once you are destroyed in pod, you would be back into a station, coming up in a new pod. Well, of course, your implants that you have in your brain are destroyed as well. So apart from this, there's nothing special in a station. Stations are the safest place if you want to be in. No one can destroy you in stations, but there are players who spam you in stations where you end up losing all your ISK. So if you want to fly, no space in EVE Online is safe, even if it is a high sec, low sec, or null sec, or wormhole space. Yes, we have a wormhole space in EVE Online, guys. It's so scary there. And then you have a guest link in here. So the guests are nothing but the people who are docked up in the station in which you are in. So if there's too many people, you have to scroll down, of course. So there are trade hubs where you will be having a huge lot of people who are docked up in the station. So you can actually stroll down and find them. The reason why you have the guest is that you know what are all the who are all the people who are docked up in the station. And again, you can do one more thing. You can right click and trade, station trade with them, which means that you can actually pass items and modules and other stuffs from you to another player and they can accept it. But most of the times be careful about it, because they will have it ready, and all of a sudden when you press accept, they will change out things. But right now, the few things that you have to watch out for, even if they change the things, you have to re-accept the trade. So it's really hard to explain the spamming stuff in EVE Online, because there are a lot of things that is there. I will put out videos how to spot them, but you have to be a little bit careful when it comes to contracts and trading. And the next thing is the offices. Offices actually shows the offices that your corporation has in a particular station. So if there is any kind of office that has been installed in that particular station, when it comes to the offices, you can see that. So there's a bunch of corporations who have offices in this station. So if you like this station and you want to actually join one of these corporations, you can actually apply to join. And finally, there comes the hangar, which has the ship hangar and the item hangar as shown in here. It also seen in here, the ships that you have in the item hangar, the ship's hangar is what you can use, and the items in the item hangar are nothing but what are all the things that you have in your station. Not your station, but the station that you are actually docked up. Anyway guys, that's the end of this video. Just a small introduction about the docking, and also, oh well, I have to show you how to undock. So let's finish it off. Make active. So in order to undock, you can press this or else press the shortcut key for it, which is nothing but D, I believe. Nope. I pressed it anyway. You have like 3 seconds in order to abort the undock. So I've undocked the ship. So that actually the end of this particular video. Guys, thank you for watching this video. If you have any kind of issues or comments or feedbacks, you can leave them in the comment section. If you have not started playing this game, well, go for it. There's a link in the description section which gives you 30 days of free trial. You can use that and try out the game. If you like the game, you can actually upgrade it to the full game, and some of the limitations that are available only for the trial accounts can be lifted only if you convert it to the full accounts. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Let's see you in the next video.